Hi everyone, it's Gail Sullivan with BecauseWomen.com, and I am so glad to be able to connect with you today. I know I'm going to see many of you on Tuesday, February 28th at Libby's Cafe for our successful networking luncheon. But in preparation for that, we have been meeting these last few weeks through these video blogs talking about successful networking and what that means. We came up with a fairly simple definition that said, it's all about meeting people that will ultimately profit your business. So, in part one of that series, we talked about the 10 people that you need to meet at every single networking event that will bring profit to your business. In part two, we talked about the specifics of what those profits and benefits were from networking. And today in part three, we're going to wrap it all up and we're going to talk about the missing link to successful networking. Now, on Tuesday, we're actually having a contest during our luncheon, and it's entitled The 7 Golden Nuggets for Networking Successfully. Our contest sponsors are Ruth and Greg Anderson of Digital Image Business Solutions. I recently heard Greg give this incredible quote about networking that I think holds the missing link for us. And he said this: most business owners and sales representatives are interested in transactional selling. And they don't understand that networking is not about you or your business. The objective of networking is to establish relationships and business connections for long-term success. So there's the key. It's not about transactional selling. It is about establishing long-term relationships. I believe that there are 3 levels of establishing business relationships. The first is what I call the encounter. The encounter. Encounters are things that you stumble upon. You run across them. They're unexpected. When it comes to networking, it's about meeting that person for the first time. You're briefly introduced to them, you shake hands, you exchange cards, you exchange general information on who you are and what you do, and they do the same, and then you move on to the next person. Next. That's just the way that it is. It doesn't sound very important, but it is, because it's the first step. Now, the second step, or the second level, is what I call the connection. And the connection is about the linking together of 2 people, of businesses. Here is where you go beyond what the encounter is all about. You talk longer. You talk more. You may even meet outside of the networking event for lunch as a follow-up. You may see each other at networking events time and time again. So each time, you don't go to the next person, you pick up where you left off with them last time, and you get to know them a little bit better. Sometimes at these networking events, they have a little cocktail party. You might kind of kick back and have a cocktail with this person and get to know them even better. You're not just talking about their businesses, but it starts getting to the point where you're talking about their family, and you're talking about outside interests, what you like to do after work. Level 3 is what I call the partnership. And this is my favorite level, because this is when you really are becoming great friends. You're working together. You're working together for the success of one another. Now, it usually starts off by you becoming a client to that person. Very often, they become a client to you. Doesn't always work that way, but I want to give you a word of wisdom. Be the first to step out and become someone's client when it makes sense. If you're not willing to be able to become someone else's client, why should anybody be willing to become your client? You have to be willing to do what you're asking other people to do. So step out first. Give of yourself, and you know what? It'll come back. Not always from the same person, but other people will become your clients. Now, you know what? Not only are you becoming clients for one another, but you're sending referrals. Sometimes it doesn't make sense for a particular person to become your client. They don't need that service or that product. But you know what? They have a lot of clients of their own that might need your service or your product. And when you become friends, they begin referring those people to you. You can refer someone to someone else when you know that person and the quality of their business and who they are and what it is that they're doing. When you don't know someone, it's very difficult to refer them. So keep that in mind. People want to do business with people that they know and they trust and they enjoy being around. And it takes time to know people and to trust them and to be around them. Get the picture? It takes time. At this working together stage, at this partnership level, you're also working beyond the business. Sometimes you're working on outside committees and boards, problem solving for other companies. Sometimes you're working together on a fundraising event for a 501c3 in the community. Sometimes you're even working in partnership with one another, either collaborating on events. You're bringing your businesses together and seeing how can both of our businesses maybe produce more than each of our businesses individually. Sometimes you're setting up affiliate relationships where you bring so much business to them that they're paying you for some of that business and vice versa. So you could be collaborating, you could have affiliate partnerships. Do you get the picture? You're really working together because you're really becoming good friends, good business associates. I just love that level. Now that's all I have time to share with you today. I'm going to tell you we're going to be doing so much more at Tuesday's Successful Networking Luncheon. Now, if you haven't had a chance to view all the entire video series, or if you'd still like to register for Tuesday's event, go to www.becausewomen.com and scroll over to the picture of the golden nuggets that says register here. You can register right there. You'll also see all the Successful Networking video blogs. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Have a great day.